So where do you go from here? Okay, you've watched the videos. You have a pretty firm understanding of how it is, or at least a rough understanding. Hopefully I didn't make it seem more complicated than it is. The next step from here is to get with your sales manager or the person who has hired you. And you want to review the program with them, and if you have questions, obviously go over those. But then you want to make a sound plan of action to get started. And any time that you're starting a new program, the beginning, that first week, is really the most crucial week of all. And that's because you really need to get off to a positive start. In fact, if you don't start the right way, it's going to delay you getting paid by weeks and weeks and weeks. And in fact, too many times that's what happens to all of us. And if we don't see some money, if we don't see some success in a short period of time, we quit. And we figure, and we always blame it on the product. It's never our own fault. But I can promise you that this product sells. I can give you hundreds of proofs that it does by showing you our client list. But it's important that you have a plan of action of what you're going to do to build your pipeline. And that's really what you're doing in your first several weeks. It's rare to go out and get a one-call close, although it does happen. Probably 30-40% of your sales eventually will be those one-call closes. But in the beginning, you really are trying to build that foundation of activity. And again, activity breeds activity. So how do you tackle it? What do you do? Each one of you is going to have kind of a different plan of action. Some of you already have preset appointments. Others of you are coming from an industry where you were already cold canvassing, and you're really just going to plug this into what you're currently doing. There's another group of you that already have a client base, and you're going to go back to that client base, and obviously you want to introduce them to this product. That's obviously the best situation. You've already got sales pending. You just need to go get them. But again, it's important to start off the right way. Don't try to figure out to be an expert on the product. You don't need to know every little detail. Hopefully we've already showed you those. But a lot of the other things you're going to learn through doing. I mean, you're going to learn by being out there in the field and running into the different issues. I can already tell you that the number one thing you're going to run into is the lease. Whether you're doing a 24-month lease or a 48-month lease, and most of us are doing a 48-month lease because, again, that's what makes it more affordable. Business owners don't like that. So, of course they don't. But what you need to do before you even go into the pricing, as I've said in video after video, is you have to build the value. You need to show the value. So, while you're planning, before you go into each business, there should be a little mental note that you make to yourself before you open your mouth and utter word one is, I am going to tell my story, and I am going to be Magnum PI investigator, and I'm going to find out everything I can about this business. And I promise you, by doing that, not only will it make your job more fun, but you'll be doing a better service for your merchant. Also, you're probably piggybacking with some other products. Our advertising product, some of the other Main Street Chamber products. So the more that you can find out about that business, the more you'll know how you can help them in the future. So we have a few more videos. Make sure that you do watch them. Make sure you get a good solid plan of action. And then always remember to come back here and check our training site every once in a while. We do update it. We do add new videos. And we try to keep in contact with you best that we can.